there's your officiating crew. Monty McCutcheon, Ed Rush, and David Jones.
Ball
McCutcheon,
violation,
official.
ball.
And the Magic tried to steal the tip. They call a violation. And the Magic see New Jersey take the ball. David Jones, one of the officials for the game tonight. He's from Gainesville, so the NBA giving him a little bit of a hometown assignment as we prepare for the Christmas holidays. Kenny Anderson guarded by Skiles. Coleman against Jeff Turner. Shaquille meets him, forces the miss. And Jeff Turner comes up with a rebound. Shaquille came and double teamed there as Jeff Turner has his hands full with Coleman.
And you saw the Nets trying to go to him very, very quickly there. And it's going to be good for Shaq because working against Benjamin, he should be able to leave and help out on defense. Nick Anderson, I like that aggressive move by Nick. He, as I say, he's playing against P.J. Brown at 6'11", and I think Nick is going to have to use his quickness, going to have to attack Brown and try to get to the free throw line here in this game.
Nick had one of his better games against Brown, scoring 25 points at the Meadowlands. The Magic rebound and run, and Hardaway couldn't handle a perfect pass. 11-17 left, still scoreless. In fact, you talk about Nick, it's somewhat perplexing, and we talked about it briefly. If he's playing against a taller, bigger player, he's got to use his quickness to try to get to the free throw line and beat him to the hole. And Nick, in all honesty, hasn't been doing that.
Yeah, he's going to face a bigger player just about every night because teams understand that Nick is going to have to do that, going to have to play that, or they are going to have to play Nick that way because Nick will take advantage of anyone his size.
Yep.
I mean, he's played against Kevin Edwards when Edwards was with the Miami Heat, and it seemed every time he had a big game. So you won't see that tonight, I don't think, very often.
Nick made a fine play defensively. He can contribute there as well. Ball deflected by New Jersey. 11 to shoot, 10:50 to play. Well, Houston plays tonight. They've got a chance for their 23rd win of the season with only one loss. The Dallas Mavericks have to play the Minnesota Timberwolves, the only team they've beaten, to avoid the tie with the Philadelphia 76ers for the all-time worst start. Jeff Turner with 3 on the clock. That will not fall. And Benoit Benjamin almost lost the rebound. And he did, knock it out of bounds. Magic get it. 10:37.
Yeah, that game tonight, Dallas and Minnesota, is at Minnesota, I think, right? So
yes.
I think the chances for Dallas to win that one very, very slim, at least if you play the numbers there.
Yep, Dallas has lost 20 games in a row. Anderson catches, slashes, challenges, won't get the roll. And Coleman the rebound. Derek Coleman out of Syracuse, #1 pick in the draft a couple of years ago, and that's why. Coleman, an uncontested dunk. He's averaging 22 points a game. Only shooting 41%, but a few more of those and that percentage will climb. Skiles, the 3 would not go, and Shaquille knocks it out of bounds. 10:06 to play. It's Nets 2, Magic 0.
You don't see many guys 6'11" bring the ball from coast to coast as Coleman did that time.
Benjamin loads up. Thing did everything but drop. Coleman averages 3 assists a game. Shaq catches, spins, jump shoots. 2-2.
I think the thing that I've been impressed with so far as the Magic is concerned in this ball game is that they have allowed New Jersey just 1 shot at the basket every time down. I mean, these guys can eat up some offensive rebounds, so you have to make sure you keep it just as you have it.
Coleman has all 4 New Jersey points. Again, the Nets only a 43% shooting team. Magic 4th in the league at 48%. So that's a big differential. They're going to miss. Great pass to Turner. If they're going to miss, if you can rebound, you're going to beat it. It's pretty simple. 4-4, 9:07 left. Another facet of Shaquille's game that really hasn't gone noticed by a lot of folks around the league. He has really improved his passing.
Yes, he has.
Skiles, great feed to Hardaway. Oh, my. He threaded the needle. 6-4.
The only way you get that to pass through there is on the floor. And Scotty makes the nice decision there. Nice bounce pass.
Edwards against Skiles now. Coleman against Turner. The Magic double him with 10 to shoot. He'll force it up, miss it. Tap, try, no. Rebound is taken by Edwards, but he's fouled from behind. Jeff Turner was there. We'll see if he is guilty of a push.
I think so. And that's a look at the offensive board work by New Jersey. They will send 3 guys and sometimes 4 guys to the offensive boards. Now there it is. P.J. Brown just keeps it alive. Now look, there's 4 blue shirts under the basket. Just Jeff Turner there for the Magic.
Kevin Edwards A free agent signee from Miami. He was the Heat's first ever draft pick out of DePaul. Signed a free agent contract with New Jersey. Averaging 15 points a game. He's on the board here tonight. Skiles, hard drive, steps through. Somebody got a hand on the ball, but it dropped for him.
Skiles likes to play against Kenny Anderson. He feels he can get to the basket against Anderson, just as I'm sure Anderson thinks he can get to the hole against Skiles.
Coleman fouled. Anderson got him on the way by. David Jones rings up Nick. And you see the left wrist of Kenny Anderson with that bandage on it. That's the wrist that was broken by John Starks late last year. And in viewing some of the Nets videotapes of their games, you see him flexing it here. That wrist is still bothering him. It's still sore, and I believe it was the navicular bone, the big knobby bone on the outside of the wrist, that was broken.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to heal.
Well, he just last Wednesday had a CAT scan of that thing again because he wanted to make sure, the team wanted to make sure that that bone hadn't cracked again or broken again and become fractured, and it turned up negative. So yes, he's still in a lot of pain.
But he's still putting up double-doubles, triple-doubles at an alarming rate, at least for the opposition. 8 minutes left now. Coleman against Anderson. Nick wants to get to the hole here. Well, he'll feed down low to Hardaway.
See, that's what Nick needs to do. When he squares up like that, he forces the defense to back off, and that just gives him an opportunity to look at more things and to survey the court as he did that time.
Give and go. Coleman and Edwards run beautifully. Boy, Edwards has really improved his shooting, Jack. A 46% shooter now. When he was with Miami, he was in the lower 40s. And the Nets have been really surprised, very pleasantly surprised at how well he's been able to shoot the basketball. Hardaway beats P.J. Brown, flips it up and in, and he's fouled.
Well, Penny doing a good job early in this ball game of getting to the basket. He's moving very well without the ball. Now here this time, he understands the quickness. He understands that, yes, P.J. Brown is taller, but he can't handle Penny off the dribble, so he takes him right to the hole.
And he drains that free throw. Hardaway was 7 points. I think Penny was a little disappointed in his game against the Lakers.
Well, you know, that's just one of those situations, Chip, when you have a rookie who is not used to making kind of plays. I mean, making the trips across country, playing games so quickly over such a short period of time. And Penny wanted to respond, but his body just wouldn't allow it.
Around the horn to Anderson. Nick 4-3. Good. Finally. Nick was 0 for 11 until that shot fell from downtown. The inside game for Nick sets up the outside game, which sets up the inside game again.
Exactly right.
16-11. 5-point Magic game. 6:40 left. Edwards has his shot blocked by Hardaway. Benjamin a brick. And Anderson the rebound. Long feed out to Penny. He'll catch and he'll dunk it from behind. Oh, the Magic are just running New Jersey out of the yard here. But remember what happened against the Lakers. 22nd timeout New Jersey. And listen to this crowd. They want blood here in the first quarter. A 22nd timeout.
The Real Yellow Pages from Southern Bell, WKCF TV 18 is the Orlando Magic.
18-11 is our score. Watch this. You stop them on the glass, it really helps you break.
Well, this is just why you can't stress enough the importance of giving up just one shot at the basket every time. And see, the reason is because New Jersey sends 3 or 4 people to the basket every time. And if you get the the defensive rebound, you're going to be able to throw out, as you've seen the Magic do on 2 or 3 occasions in this ball game, sending that many guys to the basket.
18-11 is our score. Jack Givens and Chip Carey with you tonight from the sold-out Orlando Arena here in Orlando, Florida. We, of course, want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, a very safe New Year. We want to thank our good friend Vanessa Lagios. She's the young girl who always has the signs and stuff. She brought us a Christmas present. We like these kind of Christmas presents.
I haven't opened mine yet. I know you have.
It's the Grimaldi Candy Company over in Melbourne. Some chocolate-covered potato chips.
Now here's Nick Anderson on the 3-point shot. And he knocks that down. What are you getting? What's Santa Claus going to bring you, by the way?
Well, I got some chocolate-covered potato chips, like I said. It's a good start. 6:25 to play in our first quarter. It's 18-11 here at the Orlando Arena.
You know what I got last year? I know I'm not going to get it this year, but last year I got a hot air balloon ride.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Linda gave us a hot air balloon. Jeremy, well, actually, her father and myself. But because of my schedule, we didn't get to. So Jeremy and I took a hot air balloon ride. It was a lot of fun. Good guy by the name of David, who runs a place called Hot Air Balloon Rides, Hot Air Balloon Tours. I tell you what, it was a lot of fun. You need to do that at least once.
Heights.
No, it's not bad. Not bad.
Nothing
bad
personal, but ain't going to happen.
Not bad at all.
Well, here's a look at our Outback Steakhouse Shack stats. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. A triple-double effort for Shaquille, and it was just enough for the Magic to beat New Jersey. On the road, however, this time the Magic at home and leading by 7. Coleman doubled. The double came too late.
Here Coleman.
Coleman with 8. At shoot-around today, I saw Jeff riding one of the stationary bicycles just before a shoot-around. I said, Jeff, what are you exerting all your effort for now? He said, well, I just want to get good and loose for my few minutes against Coleman. I'm going to try to warm him up for somebody else. But Jeff, as you see, taking it right at New Jersey.
And the other part of Jeff and his preparation for this game tonight, I mean, normally the players get here about an hour before the game, or they come out on the floor about an hour before the game. But he was here at about 5:30 this afternoon, taking shots. He was shooting, just shot a bunch of shots because he has been struggling from the field over the last 5 or 6 ball games, actually averaging just under 4 points a game over the last 5 ball games, shooting 30%. So he got in a lot of extra shooting
New Jersey substitution
here this afternoon.
Chris Morris replacing P.J. Brown.
Turner with a 3-point play. All 4 of his points, 4 of his 5 points, I should say, have come on layups or dunks. And Hardaway steals it from Anderson. Boy, he has been remarkable. Hardaway now just 17 steals away from the Magic rookie record. We've got 40-plus games to go. Benjamin fouls O'Neal. And the Magic, Jack, are taking it right at that front line as he suggested they do.
Well, you have to do that. When you have shot blockers, you have to do that. Now, Chris Morris checked into the ball game, and he is probably the best offensive rebounder on this New Jersey team. He came in for P.J. Brown, but he is probably the best offensive rebounder on this ball club, so the Magic will have to make sure they keep him off the boards. That will be Nick Anderson's main assignment here.
What has been Chris Morris's problem through his career? I mean, you talk about a guy who has
he can do it all
the tools, but he's just never been able to put it together on a consistent basis.
Well,
and I wonder why that is.
I think you hit it right there. It's just been a problem with consistency here for this guy. And, you know, if I could explain it, I mean, we'd both be rich.
Yeah.
Because we would sell it.
I mean, you see this guy play. Edwards had somebody hanging all over him, but he hit a fantastic shot. He has 5 points. When you talk about a guy that can finish, he can dunk, he can block shots, he can steal the ball, that's all at the small forward position. Anderson for 3, got none. Rebound fought for. O'Neal just stole it away from Edwards.
Well, Shaq's going to win that battle every time. I mean, Edwards did everything he possibly could to come up with that one.
Magic out rebounding New Jersey, out assisting New Jersey. Now Coleman against Turner, and an illegal defense call against the Magic. I believe Shaquille or Nick Anderson, take your pick, was out of position. Next time it's a technical foul.
And you see the Magic shooting the ball right now. They have made 9 of their last 10 field goal attempts. And the one miss, Shaq got the offensive rebound, put it back in the basket.
Edwards puts it on the floor. Skiles picks his pocket. Scotty by the back. Touch pass Hardaway.
Yes.
Against Coleman. No. Rebound. Tap Hardaway gone.
We will. Oh, what a pass, Scott Skiles. Nice job surveying the floor. He held up, saw Nick Anderson coming with the behind-the-back pass.
11 first period points for Hardaway. 26-15, Magic by 11. Morris rejected O'Neal. That ball almost went in the hole. Run out Penny again. He's going to dunk another one. Another timeout, New Jersey, and listen to this play.
New Jersey calls
If you were to take every article, every review, every honor, every award, everything positive people have had to say about the Toyota Camry and put it on
AutoZone, the best parts in autos parts, presents our In the Zone award. How about Penny Hardaway with 13 first quarter points, 6 of 7 from the field, 2 steals.
Aaron Coleman.
5 dunks for Penny. 3 of those dunks on breakaway baskets where he's just running the floor, getting out behind the New Jersey defense.
He's going to have to get a new pair of tennis shoes. He's wearing all the air out of them. The way he started this ball game, 3:40 left. Magic with a big lead. Anderson against Morris, tries to get to the hole, challenges off the back iron, fights for and gets his own rebound, looks for help, feeds Hardaway cutting, Petty flips it up and it falls.
Well, he just gets up off the floor so high and so quick.
Hardaway's 15 points, 23 is career high. He might have 23 by the time the period's over.
He can, if he continues to run the floor as he's doing. Yes, you're right.
Coleman with 12, but not much help elsewhere for New Jersey. The rest of their team with 7 points.
New Jersey doing a real good job of keeping the floor spread.
Shaq shakes, bakes, spins, takes, and draws more foul contact from Benjamin. The second foul on Big Benoit. And here's a guy coming in for New Jersey who's got to wonder who put the lump of coal in his stocking.
Yeah, right.
Johnny Newman, traded by Charlotte to New Jersey. And we asked him before the game, Johnny, what did Charlotte tell you the reason for the trade was? He says, nobody has ever told me why. I don't know why. He said, I'm going to come up here to New Jersey and do the best I can and make it work. But nobody told him the reason for the trade.
And looking at that, you know, he's a good guy, so you know it's nothing against him. The problem is Charlotte needed a point guard, a backup to Kenny Anderson. They needed someone with a little size, and they feel Ramil Robinson is the guy to give them that. And because Coleman had been injured, I think Chuck Daly just thought they needed a small forward, and that was the deal that they were able to work out. Although Newman playing primarily backup number 2 guard position.
Third steal for Hideaway, but then he turns it over. Trying to be a little too creative. Now Johnny Newman in the corner. 2:40 left. Magic by a 31-19 advantage, and now Armand Gilliam cuts into that lead. Gilliam had a huge game against the Magic. 25 points, a season high 16 rebounds up at the Meadowlands on November 20th. Anderson now against Morris. Turnaround jumper. That's Nick's game and a post-up move.
And he should be able to work against Morris. Now, Morris does a lot of things very well, but Nick, if he gets the ball on the baseline, posting up on the box down there, he's going to have Morris guessing, and that's Nick's game.
Gilliam fakes and now takes. O'Neal the rebound. The Magic look to run. Skiles has 2 men. Ahead to Nick. Left-hand shot. Hardaway's followed. Good.
He has been all around the basket. All around the basket.
17 for Hardaway. A minute 40 left. 35-21. Alex Martin's furiously typing on the computer near the Magic bench. Perhaps a new high for Hardaway here. 14 in the period for Coleman.
Now that's going to be a really, really tough matchup for Shaq playing against Coleman that far away from the basket.
Hardaway needs 2 points to tie the Magic record for most points in a quarter, and he couldn't get it there. Here's Anderson. Got to stop his penetration. Johnny Newman lays it in.
I don't know how he got to the basket from that far away without putting it on the floor, but he did.
35-25. Believe it or not, it's a 10-point game. Feels like it ought to be a 20-point lead for the Magic. Skiles. Jeff Turner, high arcing jumper.
Now Jeff shot. He must have taken about 100 shots from that same spot this afternoon while he was putting up some practice ones.
Magic red hot from the field, 64%. The Nets, with a 58% shooting quarter, have stayed in the game. Now Coleman, who has 3-point range, short. O'Neal to rebound. Skiles right wing this time. Hardaway, he'll fire up a 3. Short. Nothing but net. Unfortunately, didn't go through the cylinder.
He's saying he got hit on the shot.
Hardaway, or I should say Skiles the steal. Skiles tries to hit Anderson, and it's out of bounds off Nick's toe.
That's long.
15.5 seconds left. 37-25. Here's the final shot. Contact. Jeff Turner says my hand stayed up, but he doesn't get the call.
Jeff is saying he went straight up. You'll see him jump, and Kenny Anderson actually does come right at Jeff Turner. And I think had Jeff not jumped at all and just held his ground, the official might have called it the other way.
Kenny Anderson, a 3.4 to 1 assist turnover ratio. 6'1", 168 pounds, second pick in the '91 draft, averaging 18 points, 9.7 assists on that. He's only going to get better, folks. Intercepted Morris. That's good if it goes, and it's off left, and that's the end of the period. Magic by 10, and we'll have more after this from Gatorade.
Yo, check it out.
We're at the arena. Jack Evans, Chip Carey with you. You will see our score momentarily. Greg Kite has checked in for the first time tonight, and almost stolen by Johnny Newman. Penny Hardaway with a 17-point first quarter. 5 to shoot now. Skiles tries to turn the corner. Anderson was standing out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Ball goes to New Jersey. Goose, we want to wish a very happy birthday to Jim Calderaro. He's 79 years old. His son Mike wants to wish him a happy birthday. And his mom, Jane, will have her birthday tomorrow on Christmas Eve. And Mike didn't want to give his mom's age, but we wish them both the best this holiday season. Down low to O'Neal.
The Magic, with that matchup, just need to make sure they keep the floor spread very wide. Gilliam trying to play Shaq down there, and it's going to be unfair.
Nick miss on the three. Newman tripped unintentionally by Greg Kite, and Greg will pick up his first personal foul. Lorenzo Williams was released by the Magic yesterday. You may or may not have heard that news. There is some hope for the Magic that Anthony Cook will be activated perhaps within the next week to 10 days. The Magic aren't sure how game ready he will be, but they're hopeful that he will be able to make some sort of contribution either in practice or in games within the next 2 weeks. Hardaway, the steal. Skiles ahead on Anderson. Crosses over. Feeds Hardaway for a layup.
He comes up with the steal. He runs the floor well. Scott Skiles found him. And Penny has been all over the floor. I mean, this guy is playing well on both ends of the floor. You saw his numbers just a little while ago.
19 points, 9 of 12 from the floor. Skiles thought he got all ball, and Rush says, that's the first foul on Skiles, first team foul in the period. Jason Williams, number 55, a fourth-year player out of St. John's, checks in. And number 1, David Wesley, a rookie guard out of Baylor, replaces Kenny Anderson. The Nets have been outplayed badly, but they're still in this game, believe it or not. They're down by 12.
Well, another body to run at Shaq. Jason Williams comes on the floor, and Jason Williams will guard Shaquille. You saw the Lakers play 3 centers on Shaq in the first period. And this is the third look for here tonight for Shaq.
Skiles hops up in the lane. Thought he was bumped, no call. David Wesley, the rookie, pushes it up hard. Hands off to Newman, and Hardaway, the reach-in foul, will be called for his first in the game. 39-29. We have just fallen below the 10-minute mark of our first half. Magic head to Chicago, where the Chicago Bulls lie in wait. The NBA will not let the Magic spend Christmas at home with their families. They have to fly out the night before. So everyone send David Stern a lump of coal for Christmas. In my opinion, that's a joke, but nobody asked.
Well, I love it. Because I get to stay home with
I like that too.
And the other reason why I love it is because the NBA is paying, and NBC paying a bunch of money.
Well, that's fine.
And part of it is yours. You're getting paid by it, so that's good. The Magic, a very good team, and obviously it's a big time for sports watchers, and it's really a compliment to the Magic to be on TV on Christmas Day. Now, they might not look at it that way, but that's really
I agree. It's
a huge compliment.
I just think that if you're playing at 8 o'clock at night, you ought to be able to fly in the morning of the game. Hardaway and Anderson sit down. Bowie and Dennis Scott in for the Magic. Shaq gets the 2 free throws after the Jason Williams foul. Shaquille with 6 points in the first period, also has 4 rebounds. He has 2 out of 4 at the strike, now 3 out of 5. Did you ever have to play Christmas Day anywhere?
I did not.
No.
You know, the thing is, NBA was just not as big, obviously, as it is now, and the Hawks weren't as big as they are now. So we just didn't. We never had a chance to play. I mean, that's a travel. Good defense by Anthony Bowie to force that turnover. I mean, that spot was always reserved for the Lakers and the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks and those teams who traditionally year in and year out are going to be the better ball clubs in the NBA.
It is a great compliment. We, of course, wish the Magic nothing but the best. And, of course, the same to Matt Guokas, who makes his network debut. Williams fouled. The New Jersey bench exploded. They didn't like that call at all. A little touch foul down on the baseline.
Well, Jason Williams might foul out here in about 5 minutes. That's about all the time he's going to get. He has 2 fouls already. And this might be a chance for the Magic to run the alley-oop.
AB cut off. Keitel set a screen on Wesley. Gilliam shows. Now Bowie moving well without the ball. Stripped. O'Neal catches, 7 to shoot. Spin move by O'Neal. Stripped by Morris. He got all ball. And David Jones makes the call. And Chuck Daly hot again.
Number 34, Chris Morris.
Now, I thought Morris did make an excellent defensive play there. I thought he had all ball. Now you'll see Shaq step back into the middle here. Now let's see if he gets ball or.
That's all ball.
That looks like a lot of ball on that, lot of leather.
Well, that one went the Magic's way. And I'll see if New Jersey gets.
The real problem with that is that you might get a makeup here.
Dennis Scott launches. Kite keeps it alive. O'Neal could not finish. And New Jersey heads the other way. 41-31. Give the Nets a little credit. They're hanging around in this game.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Yep.
I mean, Chuck told you before the game, they've been in ball games against a lot of teams, even though they've lost 7 in a row on the road.
They've lost 8 games by 5 points or less, including 3 of them by just 1 point. Greg Kite in there fighting for the rebound. And I think that tells you how badly they missed Drazen Petrovic and his veteran leadership and clutch play. Now Scotty will try a 3. Go. 44-31. 8:20 left. The Nets have won 3 of 4, but have lost 7 in a row on the road. Their last win came at Dallas way back November the 9th. And Wesley, the offensive foul.
You know, Scott Skiles, in addition to being an excellent basketball player, he's very smart. He understands now he's playing against a rookie. And he knows he's going to get the benefit of most calls. So he's playing Wesley very closely on defense and bumping him a little bit more than maybe he would some of the other guards, just knowing that the officials would probably give him the benefit, and he got it that time.
Dennis Scott runs the screens, penetrates, spins away from pressure, missed the shot. Gilliam came over and made him change it. And now the Nets fly the other way. Johnny Newman will not go. There's Williams with the rebound. And another chance. Kite changed that shot. Now Morris. And David Jones rings up Greg Kite. Boy, the Nets think a lot of hacking is going on, and the Magic are getting away with a lot, they say. Kite, his 2nd foul, and the 4th team foul, as that is a personal foul on Greg Kite. That was a good question our fan had on our pregame show. Would you like a further chance to explain the difference between a team foul and an offensive foul?
Well, it's really quite simple. Just a team foul is any foul that you get, say, on the defensive end of the floor. An offensive foul will not count as a team foul. It's a personal foul.
And as a turnover.
And as a turnover, but it won't add up in the team foul total.
So we thank our fans from Merritt Island for that call and hope you understand the explanation. Donald Royal in for Greg Kite, who leaves with a rebound and a couple of fouls in his 2nd period work.
Now, both teams very small right now, Chip. Donald Royal will play the power forward position, and there's a foul right there. Jason Williams working the offensive boards, and Dennis Scott with the foul.
His first penalty situation in effect.
So the Magic in the penalty here. 7.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Jason Williams will shoot 2. Jason Williams had an interesting career. He was drafted by Phoenix in the 1st round back in '90. Went to Philadelphia. The 76ers then traded him to New Jersey for conditional draft choices. The Nets cut him, and then they re-signed him.
Now, when he came out of St. John's, he was one of the better players in that draft. Everyone thought, but he's just not, because of injuries and a lot of other things. He's just not been what everyone thought he would be.
10 to shoot. Skiles beats Wesley. Changes up to Royal for a layup. Royal, boy, nice
Look.
picking him apart, Arthur.
Yeah, nice look, Scott Skiles.
Skiles.
6 Skiles assists in the first half here. 46-34.
Now you want to give Jason Williams all of those shots you can.
Skiles will take another shot and hit 3. 8 for Skiles. Coleman and Anderson have stood up.
And it's in the timeout zone. So they might not get into this game.
William on the floor. Pulls his way free, but he traveled to do it. And a timeout, Magic. 6:32 left. 49-34 Magic. And we'll be back to the arena with more after this from Great Western Bank. Magic by 15. 6:32 to play in the first half here at the Orlando Arena. Well, it's time to pick out Scotty's fanatical fan of the ball game. Our cameras have panned the audience and have found tonight's fanatical fan, brought to you by Scotty's fanatical fan, and he is the lucky winner of an Encon top quality ceiling fan. Don't miss our next Magic telecast to see who Scotty's fanatical fan will be.
Chip, we were out at Epcot Center yesterday going through the MetLife Pavilion, my family and I, and we ran into that young man. We found out he is in Florida on the Give the Kid a Dream Foundation,
you know,
where he comes in. He's having a lot of fun. His wish was to come to Orlando, but he's losing the battle against his cancer. About 16-year-old young man. His name is Barry Bedingfield, and his wish was to come to Orlando. We go to Disney and see all the sights here. We got into a conversation. He'd never seen an NBA basketball game, so instead of my wife and kids sitting in those seats, we gave this young man an opportunity to come to an NBA basketball game. He very nice young man. I was very happy to be able to make his stay here a little bit better. He didn't tell me how much time he had left, but one of his final wishes was to come here. So what a great organization that is, to give a kid an opportunity to live a dream before his time is up.
And we hope he enjoys his stay at the ball game tonight. 51-34. The Magic lead is 17. 6 minutes left in the half. Shaq on the bench. Greg Kite playing the center position. Minette's simply not looking sharp at all.
Well, Coleman 6 of 9. He's playing very well, the kind of game he normally has. The rest of the New Jersey team, though, just 6 of 20. They're 12 of 29, shooting 41% for the game.
Yeah, Coleman has 14. The rest of the team has 20. And that shot almost fell. But offensive foul. Hardaway his second. That is not a team foul. It is a turnover. Pick and roll. Oh! Coleman underneath. Good defense. He falls hard. Boyle challenges Anderson for a layup.
Oh, that's excellent work on the fast break by the Magic. I mean, they are making sure they get the right person the ball at the right time. And once again, New Jersey sends a lot of people to the offensive boards. So if they continue to do that,
Coleman, left-handed jumper.
they continue to do that, the offensive breaks will continue to be there for the Magic.
Kite flashes across. Dennis Scott penetrates. Good ball movement here by the Magic.
Great ball movement. Donna Royal passed up what would have been a pretty good shot from about 18 to get closer to the basket. He found Dennis Scott, and Dennis knocks it down. Well, that's excellent defense by Greg Kite. Excellent defense on Coleman.
Williams over the back, his third. Well, how about Derek Coleman, Jack?
Penalty situation.
He must have an awful lot of confidence in his abilities and his future earning power to turn down the $80-some-odd million that was reportedly offered to him by the Nets as a contract extension. Of course, Larry Johnson, the huge
at the line, shooting 2.
contract given to him by the Charlotte Hornets
Well,
You wonder if he's going to test the free agent. What else is out there for him?
I don't think the Nets will give him an opportunity to do that. They're going to make him an offer he can't refuse. He has said he wanted to be the first $100 million man. And boy, just to think about those kind of numbers just
makes you wish you could still play.
No, you know, it really doesn't. I mean, how much is enough? I mean, how much? I mean, you know, what do you have to have? $100 million bucks? I mean,
well, let me put it to you this way. If the choice was having it or not having it, which would you rather have?
Well, I don't know. Once again, that's one of those questions that you really have to. I mean, I would. Yes. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah, okay.
But you know, I would take $1 million.
I mean, you don't have to make a federal case out of it, partner.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, these numbers are just, well, they blow me away. I don't know how to think that big.
Well, you went to Kentucky. I know that. 3 to shoot. Coleman on the floor. 1 to shoot. Beats the clock. It won't go. Oh, the Magic just thwarted Coleman there. Now Hardaway in the front court. Bounce pass beautifully. Royal missed the dunk. 4 minutes to play, and there's a foul on AB, cutting off a fast break.
Foul number 14.
O'Neal and Anderson back for the Magic.
Well, give P.J. Brown a lot of credit. He got back on that dunk by Donald Roy, and you don't see many people get to Donald that quickly. I mean, he gets to the basket about as fast as anyone in the NBA. P.J. Brown made the move and knocked that one away.
So Kenny Anderson to the line again, and Jack, we're seeing in this half the kind of basketball the Magic were playing on the West Coast and the kind of basketball the team wanted to play against the Lakers 2 nights ago.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the break. I think that is the real key. They've executed well. They haven't turned the ball over that much, and they're getting good results because of that.
Big Magic lead. It's back up to 21.
Dennis Scott, excellent use of the screen on the weak side.
3:48 to play in the half. Edwards, hard drive, rejected O'Neal.
It's ball, 12 seconds to shoot, 12.
Well, this has been an excellent first half of basketball by the Magic on both ends, and Shaq with the block right there. Kevin Edwards wanted to bump before that.
Kenny
Anderson tests the rims, and he has 6. 3:30 left.
Chip to compare the backcourts. The New Jersey backcourt now with 11 points. Kenny and Kevin. You go with Skiles and Penny.
Edwards, a little bit of finger roll.
Make that 13 now for the New Jersey backcourt. Scott Skiles and Penny Hardaway, 27 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals.
Nearing the 3-minute mark here. Hardaway against Kenny Anderson. Leans in too strong. Loose ball foul. O'Neal, I believe, over the back. We will see. That is the call, and New Jersey calls timeout. 2:59 left. Shaq commits his first. We will take a break and come back to the sold-out arena right after this. From Walt Disney.
The most menacing aliens imaginable have arrived. There's something we have.
Magic 59, New Jersey 42, as we are just under the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter. And we invite you to add holiday color to your home with flowering poinsettias at Scotty's. Great way to brighten up your home or office for the holiday season. Christmas just a couple of days away. What'd you ask Santa Claus for, partner? Besides your new partner.
I love my partner. That's the last thing I want to give up. No, I didn't ask for a whole lot.
The Orlando Magic and Magic players.
I don't know.
Shaquille O'Neal, welcome to
When you have a couple of kids, man, Christmas is theirs. I don't know. Wow. See the points in the paint there for the Magic. 30 in this game so far.
That's some unexpected production. You'd think those big guys from the Nets would do a little bit better job. They have not so far in this game.
Well, one of our fans passed me a note. They wanted to say "Get well, Dad," and they didn't say who Dad was.
Yeah, how about
any last names? But Dad, it's Nathan, Sarah, and Amy. And I think your wife is here also.
Yeah, there are only about 300,000 dads or so in the area. So if you're one of the sick ones,
Dad, you will know.
Yeah,
you will know.
Exactly. And we love reading those notes, but sometimes folks got to get a little more specific.
And Karen and Ray Davis, your girls are here, and
Now see, that's specific. That's specific. Take care of that for him. Just don't spend it all in one place, Jack. Here's O'Neal across the lane. No contest. Oh, he lost it on the way up and it went in. Well, you know, the moon and the planets are all lined up right when that happens.
I don't know if that's the jump hook the Magic have been working with Shaquille on. The results are good.
That's the old spitball that went in.
3 seconds, yeah.
Long rebound to New Jersey. They'll reset. Anderson, no. Rebound O'Neal.
Excellent defense, Penny. Penny made the big block on Kenny Anderson in that game up in New Jersey that helped the Magic to win that one, and played him very well that time. See.
Dennis Scott from 23. You knew that was going in.
Yep. When he squares up like that, you give him that kind of room. That's about all Dennis needs.
It's a thumping, folks. 21-point Magic lead. We're under 2 minutes. Coleman desperately trying to keep New Jersey in the game, but they can't buy a bucket here. The Nets shooting just 37%. And off to O'Neal. He's mugged from behind by Brown. Coleman grabs the big fella and makes sure he doesn't wipe out a family of 4 sitting on the baseline.
Yeah, you're right.
Foul number 42, P.J. Brown.
And Brown gets the foul. That's his third.
Shaq for 2.
Tells you how strong Derek Coleman is, that he can grab 300 pounds like that. Magic with 64 first half points have tied their season high in that category. They need one more to break it, of course. Here's your Old Milwaukee League leaders. Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light sponsors this. It doesn't get any better than this.
You've seen teams just go right at Shaquille every time he gets a wide open shot. They are grabbing the arms and everything else to make sure he's not going to get the dunks, to force him to get to the free throw line.
Anderson offensive foul. Donald Royal gave up the body. Anderson picks up his first. And Jack, that's not a team foul, right?
That is not a team foul. You've done a good job of pointing that out to the guy that called. I think he's caught on by now.
Well, I'm making sure Tom Hastings, our producer.
Yeah, Shaq coming into this game, Chip, has made just 32 of his last 64 free throw attempts.
O'Neal, no. We need to get the offsides in basketball. Then Tom would be right there with that hockey stuff. 64-43. Allow a little poetic license when the game is as lopsided as this one has been. Morris hits a long 3.
That's a big shot right there. And I tell you what, it's big that he took it because you had Coleman down on the low post working against Donald Royal, and Coleman wanted the basketball, wanted it very badly, and didn't get it. He gave Morris a look.
Morris reaching around, commits the foul. That is his second personal foul. And the Magic in the penalty. They'll shoot free throws the rest of the way.
You'll see the reach over right here by Coleman. Got him on the arm. Oh, excuse me, by Morris. Got Nick on the arm. You're having fun tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready for Santa Claus.
I can tell.
I'm ready. I've even been pretty good this year, I must admit.
I'm going to have to try to get Christmas to come more than once a year for you, man. I like your mood here tonight.
I'm in a good mood. 40.9 seconds left. 20-point game for the good guys here. Morris will take another one. O'Neal yanks down another rebound. That's 8 in the first half. Magic with a season high in points, 66.
Dennis on the elbow, 1-4-8.
That's the call by Brian Hill.
I think everyone heard that. And the fans think it was the right call. You hear them respond to Brian's directions.
4 to shoot. Dennis Scott leaning shot will not go. Rebound Donald Royal. Quick putback chance. No good. O'Neal's follow won't go, and that's the end of the period. What a first half. A season high point total for the Magic team. 66-46 after 2. Coming up at halftime, Paul Kennedy will handle our halftime festivities. Jerry Richardson of UCF and John Gabriel, the personnel guru for the Magic, will have our Gatorade scoreboard, stats, and highlights from tonight's first 2 periods of play. Again, it's the Magic 66, New Jersey 46 after 2 Paul Kennedy's coming up next right here on Sunshine Network.
What is luxury? Buying some 40,000.
And he had a pretty good first half, as you can imagine. But then the Magic defense started to get in gear, and you see Hardaway with the partial block on that shot. And then because the Nets run so many people to the basket, the Magic have ample opportunities, or have had ample opportunities, to get out on the break and get shots just like that one. Penny Hardaway, what a start he got off to in this game. Played very well. We'll tell you more about his numbers in just a minute. Scott Skiles played well. He saw the floor well. He made the assist, and you'll see him just here on the steal. One of 6 steals for the Magic. Watch the behind-the-back pass here. And while Penny's going to miss this one, he's been very active. He's going to get the offensive rebound and tip that one right back in off of his fingers. And Penny Hardaway played very, very well. Scott Skiles once again is going to get going to get the ball to Penny. Penny's going to come up with the steal right here, and then he'll get out on the break. And this is what the Magic did the entire time. They just ran the floor, continued to make sure that they looked for each other, and that's the kind of basketball you like to see this team play.
Here's a look now at our halftime stats, Jack. They're brought to you by Disney's Epcot, home of Splashtacular, Disney's new intergalactic fountain adventure.
Well, New Jersey shot 35% against the Knicks the last time out. Now, they won that ball game. The Magic shot 54%. The difference is the Nets have not been able to get to the offensive boards here, and the Magic are winning that battle. They haven't turned the ball over all that much. You see 11 there for the Magic, but actually they have turned the ball over 7 times in the first half.
Penny Hardaway leads all scorers, 17 of his first 19 came in the first period. Derek Coleman leads the way for New Jersey. A look at our Gatorade scoreboard. Some shocking scores to send your way. It's brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher for that deep down body thirst. Nothing works better than Gatorade. The score that is shocking is the one taking place Dallas at Minnesota. We will tell you that score in just a moment. Skiles, Hardaway, O'Neal, Turner, and Anderson for the Magic. Shaq misses the first shot, gets his own rebound, then has it knocked away, and the Nets trying to jumpstart the offense, and Kenny Anderson sailing down the floor, and that's not a good start for the Magic.
Well, it's not, and the reason why is because New Jersey knows that they have to get some points very quickly, and they'll do it defensively.
Yep. Anderson will push it up again. Turner the foul, and now a 3-point opportunity.
And you might see Brian Hill use up a 20-second timeout very quickly here. He wants to make sure that his team, if he chooses to use the 20, he wants to make sure, yeah, here it comes. He wants to make sure this team doesn't allow the Nets to put together a big quarter here and cut into this lead.
Here's the rest of that scoreboard. Dallas hammering Minnesota. Look at that. 30-11. Dallas has the lead. Again, Minnesota the only team that Dallas has beaten so far this year. There's the rest of your schedule later on. Dallas 1-23. They've lost 20 straight ball games. Houston plays later. The Rockets, just awesome, folks. They have won 7 straight. They're 22-1. You have to feel for Dallas. They've played 24 games and 21.5 games out of first place.
Boy. What do you think the chances are that they'll come back and win that division?
Well, I don't think they're very good. You know that I'm not a rocket scientist.
Yep.
Anderson, a chance to make it 5 unanswered points in the period. He does, and he has 11. And it's 66-51. The Magic lead has been whittled to 15. Anderson moves baseline, hands off to O'Neal. He fumbles it, catches it, lays it in.
Now you'll take them any way you can get them when you're trying to make sure a team doesn't make a run at you, and the Magic fumbled that one around but came up with it.
Gilliam starting the half. Nothing but net. You may have heard Scott Skiles say, hey, somebody's got to rotate out and put a hand in his face. Derek Coleman is sitting on the bench in just a t-shirt. Doesn't look like he's going to play at all here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know why he is not in there. We'll check on it for you and find out if he is, in fact, ill.
Upset stomach.
Upset stomach.
Well, maybe watching his teammates play did that to him. 10:33 left.
He was a huge part of that, although he played very well.
Well, it says he will return. He'll take a few antacids. P.J. Brown.
P.J. Brown
with 4. 10:20 left. 70-55. Down low to the big fella. He's doubled. Anderson catches, slashes, rejected by Brown. Ball on the floor. Here's Anderson. Oh, great bounce pass. Brown lost it on the way up, but there's Gilliam with a rebound and the lay-in. That came out. And then he went over the back of Jeff Turner. Oh, look at Chuck Daly over there on that New Jersey bench.
Foul number 43, Armand Gilliam.
Well, P.J. Brown thought he got fouled, and I think Penny Hardaway got him across the arm as he took the ball to the basket. He was tremendously upset about that one. And there's Gilliam over the back. Gilliam upset with himself.
Chuck Daly and Eddie Rush really barking at each other. Ed Rush said, I didn't see a foul. Chuck said, how can he miss a layup that bad? And Benjamin, a late whistle, is called for the foul.
Foul number 0,
Benjamin, his third.
his third, second team foul.
9:47 left. Another look.
A lot of bodies slamming together down low right there. And there is the foul. A lot of contact. Chuck Daly still could throw on some really nice looking suits over there, can't he?
That's a high rent district as far as the suits are concerned.
Yeah, that is uptown.
Well, being the network guy that you are, you should be able to pick up a couple of those kind of threads, Goose.
Yep, tell me about it. If I could get one of those $100 million contracts.
Brown gets the layup.
P.J. Brown.
He has 6. 9:28, 72, 57. Well, never know. Maybe Santa Claus is listening.
Santa Claus ain't that nice.
O'Neal, nice shot. He has 16. Anderson. O'Neal, the rejection. Long toss out to Skiles. He finds Hardaway and a dead run. Missed the dunk, drew the foul.
P.J. Brown gives him the eye.
Nick Anderson gives it right back to him.
Foul number 42, P.J. Brown.
Fourth foul on P.J. Brown, who was a second-round pick.
Third team foul.
Penny says it's not going to be that easy, big fella. I mean, you've got to come at it. I tell you what, I like P.J. Brown, though. I like his attitude. I like his competitiveness. He's still upset that he didn't get the call on the other end. He has come back and made a couple baskets since that time. Chuck Daly, understanding and sensing his frustration, is going to pull him out of there before something happens.
I wonder if Chuck Daly's plan is to have P.J. Brown be a Dennis Rodman, John Sally type player. You look at his numbers offensively, and they're not all that great. But he's got the body, he's got the long arms to be a very good defensive player. In fact, he played outstanding defense against the New York Knicks in their last ball game.
Well, I think he'd like to have him play closer to what Dennis Rodman gave him than what John Sally gave him. But I understand exactly where you're going with that. Yes, he can be that kind of player.
What was that for Nick? Edwards cashes in.
Well, Nick lost control of it as he tried to take the ball to the basket.
76-59. Hardaway having a huge game. 21 points. Make it 23. That ties his career high.
Well, see, that's what the Magic did a lot with Nick Anderson against Kevin Edwards. They would just isolate that position and allow Nick to work against him. But now Penny Hardaway is going to be the guy to try to use Kevin Edwards for some numbers.
Coleman and Turner fight. Turner knocks it away and steals it.
And Coleman obviously just not running very well. He might be feeling worse than we thought.
Shaq against Benjamin. Bodies up, flips it up. Missed it badly, gets his own rebound. Now against Coleman. Line drive, hooks it in. Yikes.
I like it. I like it.
7:40 left. It was Mr. O'Neal played Shaka Claus yesterday here in town. Edwards just blows
Kevin Edwards.
donating his time and his financial wherewithal to provide a happy Christmas for some underprivileged folks here in town. Very well-spoken young man, Shaquille O'Neal. And he makes another great move.
He's just having his way with Benoit Benjamin right now. And Benjamin really leaning on Shaq to try to keep him from getting his body into the painted area, and Shaq is just so strong.
Coleman fires that up short. Rebound taken by Gilliam, and the foul on O'Neal. That should be number 2.
Number 32, Shaquille O'Neal.
Jack has The mini controversy between Chuck Daly and Willis Reed subsided over Benoit Benjamin.
Well, I think
the fans down here may not know about that, so if you feel free to.
Well, the problem is, of course, Willis. Excuse me. He coached Benoit Benjamin at Creighton, and of course he made the deal to bring Benoit Benjamin over from Los Angeles for Sam Bowie. Now Chuck Daly has not been giving Benjamin the time that Reed feels he should be getting. That's the controversy there in New Jersey. And Chuck Daly, I think, as far as that goes, will have the final say, although Benjamin's minutes have increased somewhat in the last few ball games.
Well, so far tonight, Benjamin has been a non-factor. 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 fouls. Not what you want out of a starting center.
And I think Chuck's going to just let the, oh boy, rainbow. Scott Skiles.
11 for Skiles. He's 3 out of 4 from 3-point range. He's been red hot from out there lately. 24 out of 63.
Yeah, I think Chuck Daly would just allow Benjamin's numbers to speak for themselves. Kenny Anderson knocks down the 3 also.
20-point Magic lead here.
Shaquille over on the Magic bench with a big ice pack on his hand.
Well, you remember at the end of the first half, he had that big dunk attempt and he missed the ball, and I think he may have hit iron. Turner a rebound, outlet Skiles. Now a 3-on-2. Scott lost it on the way up, and Benjamin, standing right there, draws contact and commits his 4th personal foul. We have a timeout on the floor. That's an ominous-looking picture. 85-65 Magic lead. More after this from Coors Light.
Spirit of the holiday season, the Hard Rock Cafe proudly presents Project Create. Stuff kids.
Well, thank you very much. 85-65. 6 minutes left in our 3rd quarter. Scott Skiles, Jack, red hot tonight again.
He's knocking them down from behind the 3-point line. He's been shooting them very well from there. 14 of his last 26 from behind the 3-point line coming into this ball game.
Skiles at the line, shooting 2.
And Skiles with a couple free throw chances here. Dennis Scott has checked in now for the Magic. 87-65 now. We'll try to update you on that Dallas-Minnesota score. And Derek Coleman has to call timeout. The Nets don't inbound the ball. Nobody was paying attention. New Jersey will take a 20-second timeout. Don't forget, all you NHL hockey fans, you want to be at the Orlando Arena the day after Christmas. That's Sunday night. The Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning in a Sunshine State shootout, as it were. Our pregame show begins at 7 o'clock. And the game takes place here at the Orlando Arena. And, of course, play-by-play action begins at 7:30. The NHL here on Sunshine Network. There are tickets available for that game as well. So after you head back to the mall and return the shirt that your grandmother gave you that you don't like, head on out to the game and check out the Panthers and the Lightning. Both teams, Jack, really
shooting it well. High percentage shots.
Coleman double, jump step, shoots it short, but gets the roll that time. Coleman playing with an upset stomach, has 18 points in the game. Well, we want to wish a very happy 25th anniversary to some good friends of ours who've been to just about every Magic game since this franchise has been in the NBA. Jim and Phyllis Johnson. Dennis Scott shoots short. Hardaway the tap out. They sit to our left, celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary this weekend. We wish them nothing but the best.
Nice pass, Dennis.
And New Jersey knocks it out of bounds.
Well, that's a really nice job by Dennis Scott, taking the ball to the paint, drawing the defense to him, and finding Jeff Turner in the corner. The shot didn't go, but the Magic will get it out of bounds.
Dennis for 3, off the balance. Look at Hardaway in there. He was stripped though. Magic thought he was hit. You heard Skiles bark that out to David Jones. And Edwards short. Rebound ricochets off Greg Kite. Hardaway blind feed. Turner cutting, laying up and in. Beautiful.
Oh, nice look. Well, the ball has just been moving Chip in this ball game. I mean, everyone playing unselfish basketball. The Magic running the floor. It's just been working hard at times.
Hardaway 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Penny as well with 3 steals in the game. And now he's committed his 3rd personal foul.
His third team foul. New Jersey substitution number 34, Chris Morris.
Chris Morris now comes in for the Nets.
And number 22, Johnny Newman.
Here's that ball movement.
Yeah, this is just nice to see when you can, when you know if you move to the open place on the floor, you're going to get the shot. You're going to get a shot at the basket because your teammates are going to deliver you the ball. That's what basketball is all about.
Coleman beats Kite.
Foul number 34.
And Greg called for the push. That is his 3rd.
His third,
Well, if there's a whistle and Greg is on the floor and he is in the same area code, it's going to go against Greg. I mean, it doesn't matter. Greg's shaking his head like, what in the world did I do that time?
I think he sweated on Coleman. That's a foul.
Might be. Sometimes with Greg, that's all it takes. Good double team. Good job defensively by Kite.
And another rebound. He had a season high of 10 against these guys up at the Meadowlands. And Kite in the game tonight.
Yeah, Kite needs a shot. Go on, take it. There you go.
Oh, air ball. I love that shot. But you've got to reward his defensive play with a couple of opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I guess.
4 minutes to go. I love that shot. I really do.
He's going to make him one of these days, and he comes back with a big defensive play.
Hardaway, another steal. His 4th of the game. That ties his career high. Bullet feed ahead to Skiles. Dennis Scott. Touch pass Turner. On the floor. Knocked away Coleman. And the foul by Skiles. He and Derek Coleman get tangled up. And a foul on the play goes against Scotty Skiles. Oh, what great action on both ends of the floor there by the Magic and the Nets.
Yeah, that's great ball movement. Jeff Turner probably should have taken the jump shot there. Well, you see the results definitely should have. Coleman with the foul, with the rebound, and Scott Skiles with the foul.
Let me ask you a question. You see Derek Coleman's left leg there?
Uh-huh.
Why is he wearing his compression shorts backwards?
That is a question that no one other than Derek Coleman will be able to answer probably.
Did you wear those things when you played? Did they have them back then?
I don't know that they had invented those things back then. Yeah, we did, but I've
back
never
when you were
worn
wearing wool uniforms?
Yeah. Wool uniforms and socks up to the knees.
Yeah, I mean, why in the world would you put them on backwards?
You just have to ask Coleman.
I mean, everybody, if he's running, everybody knows he plays for the Nets. It's not like you need the extra signage there.
Well, but you know, you would know that if he were coming toward you, or if he was going the other way.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know that has anything to do with it. I mean, if they're on forward, you would know if they're backwards. I mean,
Skiles behind the back to Hardaway. He challenges and hits. Hardaway a new career high, 25 points. And you have to love the aggressive way he's taking it to the hole.
Yeah, and once again, the ball is just moving so well. You see Scotty right there getting to the paint. And there is the foul. Hardaway with that hang time and body control made that shot look easy, folks. It wasn't that easy. Got bumped.
26 for Penny. Season high in points, 4 steals. That ties his season high, as we told you a moment ago, and we still have a quarter of basketball to play. Morris. Ooh, risky pass. Anderson now double team. Williams open. Kite pushed off, and he's called for foul. Let me ask you a question, Jack. When you see
no, you had a lot of them tonight.
No, when you see Penny Hardaway, this is kind of a trick question because I have an answer in mind, and I'll see if you agree with me after you answer it your way. When you see a guy like Penny Hardaway play, and you see the variety in his game, the offensive abilities, the defensive abilities, the ball handling abilities, his passing ability, what NBA player does he most remind you of that's playing in the league now?
Well, that is.
And I know there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
You want me to give you my answer first?
You tell me.
And I'm not trying to put pressure on Hardaway because he's at a very different stage in his career. But to me, he reminds me an awful lot of a Scottie Pippen type player.
Right. I think you're right. One guy that comes to mind, and it's not so much how he is playing now, but how he used to play, and that is Clyde Drexler. I mean, I think he does a lot of things the same way Clyde did. His ability to handle the ball, his jumping ability.
Morris missed the dunk, but he won't miss again. Turner said I was fouled. Magic are still up 19, though. No use crying over spilt milk. 2:37 to go. Newman went for the steal, didn't get it. O'Neal back in the lane.
Well, that's good. The Magic came right back and got a basket there. Jeff Turner obviously thought he was fouled, and the Magic, the Nets got a basket, but the Magic came right back, pushed him right back at him, and got a quick two.
Johnny Newman. Top to Coleman. And he rattles it home.
Derek Coleman.
22 for Coleman. 2 minutes to play in the period.
Chip, and I think you're going to see the Nets really start sending people to the offensive boards.
Yeah, they've got nothing to lose at this point. Morris got none. Turner the rebound. Skiles behind the back. O'Neal touch pass. Dennis Scott layup will not go. There's Hardaway now.
Well, there's a lot of excitement. Last couple of minutes, not a whole lot getting done. And the Magic close to being really illegal. Kind of got away with it.
Morris again.
Chris Morris
leads his team in scoring off the bench. Morris averages 11 points, shooting just 39% though.
He's been bothered by injuries also.
Scott fakes. Skiles. Hardaway all day for three. And the rebound Coleman. 94-77. It's a 17-point lead. But we're under a minute. Skiles the foul. They will not allow that bucket to fall.
Foul number 4, Scott Skiles. Timeout, New Jersey.
And New Jersey takes timeout. Scott Skiles handed the ball off to David Jones, and David is a little indisposed at the moment. 94-77, and we'll be right back.
Yo, check it out. Here's
in part by Walt Disney World Resort with over 43 square miles of pure fun and fantasy, and by Coors Extra Gold, slow brewed for that rich real beer flavor and color. The way beer was meant to be. Coors Extra Gold, no doubt about it. Beer is better. Ooh, Coleman gets the roll. Is it just me, or is this quarter seemingly taking about an hour to play?
This game seems like it's been very long.
.24 for Coleman. No.
That's David Jones' reaction after he got.
Yeah, that'll make you frown.
Got the pass from Scott Skiles. The handoff.
Great camera work, guys. 15-point game. Big trip here for New Jersey.
Bigger for the Magic on defense here.
Kenny Anderson and Dennis Scott, former teammates, Georgia Tech battle, and the youngster wins it.
Kenny Anderson.
Didn't bother Kenny Anderson at all. The Magic will get the last shot here. Or hold it, hoping they will get the last shot.
Shaq is double teamed. Dennis Scott will launch it. Nope. Off left, barely grazed iron. Hardaway, almost. And that's the end of the period. 94-81. The Magic have the 13-point lead, but hold on a second. We'll see if they add some time. No, they will not. That's the end of the quarter. The Magic led it by 20 at halftime. They now lead by 13 after 3.
26 points. That is a career high for Mr. Hardaway. Donald Royal checks into the game here, as well as Anthony Bowie for the Magic.
And the Nets get the ball here. Let's see what Chuck Daly has drawn up. If they had a 3-point shot, it's a 10-point game. So this one is not salted into the victory column by any stretch, at least not yet. And we'll see if New Jersey, yeah, they're starting to crash the boards, and it pays a dividend. Donald Royal checks in and commits the foul.
Foul number 5, Donald Royal.
Well, that's just what I'm talking about right there. This is one of those teams that, because of their ability to get to the offensive boards, can change it around very quickly. They don't shoot the ball well. You've mentioned that. They're one of the worst in the league as far as their field goal percentage is concerned, just 43%. But because they can get to the offensive boards, they can still put a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, to be this good of a rebounding team, you've got to be a bad shooting team, I suppose.
Exactly.
Gilliam 1 out of 2. He has 6. The Magic have done a much better job on him in this game than they did up in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised that you haven't seen the Magic run the alley-oop yet for Shaq to give him a chance to work against a much smaller player.
Whip down low to Donald Royal. He challenges and hits. Well, I'll tell you what, we've said it before. He is a very courageous man to play the power forward spot at his size and accomplish what he's able to accomplish.
You're right about that.
Now Gilliam against O'Neal. 10 to shoot. Gilliam tries to get to the hole and draws contact. The Magic want to jump, but no such luck. Shaq his 3rd foul.
His 3rd,
second team foul. Gilliam gets 2 more free throws. Armand Gilliam, a little lighter in the pocket this holiday season. He and Dale Davis got tangled up in the Nets' last road game up at Market Square Arena in New Jersey. Committed a flagrant foul that cost him $7,500.
$7,500.
It's 1 or 2 Chuck Daly suits if you are keeping score at home. .11 left. 12-point game.
That's getting very, very physical around the basket right now. And the officials, I think you'll see them start to call it a little bit closer here.
Here's O'Neal down low against Williams. He's doubled. A.B. The Minnesota Timberwolves have climbed back in their game. Shaq foul score. And Jason Williams and Shaquille O'Neal barking. Somebody has gotten a technical foul.
Probably both. I told you it was getting very, very physical around the basket. A lot of jawing going on.
Jason gets the technical. 1 on O'Neal as well.
Williams has 5th, 1st team foul. Shaquille O'Neal at the line, shooting 1.
So give Shaq the bucket, give Williams the foul, his 5th. And the folks at NBC are hoping that Shaquille will not lose his temper.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're exactly right.
Kenny Anderson and the foul. O'Neal commits his 4th in the 2nd period, and we have an awful lot of time left.
Yep.
And what scares you is New Jersey's down just 14 points, and I think Brian's got to get Greg Kite back into the ball game here and let cooler heads prevail. That will be the case after the first Kenny Anderson free throw. Kenny Anderson with 11 double-doubles, 2 triple-doubles. He's averaging 11 assists a game over his last 5. Tonight he has 6 with 5 rebounds. How can a guy 6'1" and as slightly built as he is get in there and pick up 5-6 rebounds?
He's so quick. I mean, he is so quick. Has a knack for being around the ball.
Well, it's 98-86, 10:40 left. Dennis for 3, got none, nowhere near. A.B. tried to keep it alive. Gilliam intercepts. 2 Magic players on the floor. The Nets run. Morris from the baseline came out, but there's Williams with the follow. And the Nets are back in the game. It's a 10-point game. The Magic, I think, will call timeout. Williams with 4, and that is the case. Timeout Magic. They have let New Jersey get back into this ball game with 10-12 to go. Back after this from Goodings, your hometown supermarket for 30 years. Well, Jack, it's a 10-point game, 98-88. Shaquille in some slight foul trouble. He has 4 fouls with 10 minutes to play at the game. Santa Claus out entertaining the crowd. He has indeed come to town. He does not look like the miniature Santa. the old poems lines, but he's doing a little early gift giving. It's good practice. I'd see him catapult stuff through the chimneys that way. It'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? You know what's amazing about Santa Claus?
Tell me.
How he can climb down all those chimneys, but he never gets any soot on his suit.
It's just amazing how those things work.
It's incredible. O'Neal's double, long pass to Hardaway, who immediately gives it up. Now Anderson catches, he'll challenge, and he won't hit. He thought he was bumped. Ball on the floor to Hardaway. Lucky bounce there for the Magic and a lay-in.
Yep. Now Nick Anderson once again wanted the foul, didn't get it. It's been one of those nights, and I think both teams are just going to have to, as you mentioned, Chip, make sure that they keep their heads cool.
Yep. Reversal to Gilliam. Oh, look at Hardaway. Bite on the fake. O'Neal the rebound, his 13th of the game. 100-88.
Tough shot there.
Yep. I think that's what the Magic had in mind. 9:20 to go. Orlando at 47%, New Jersey 41%. Ball came out. Second straight rebound for the Shaq, his 14th of the game.
Kenny Anderson has a way of turning it on in the fourth period.
Well, remember what he did against the Knicks. That's what scares you here. Benjamin fouls O'Neal. His 5th for Benoit.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson had 10 of his 14 points in that first period. We mentioned he had about 8 of those points in the last minute and a half to bring the Nets back and help them to beat New York on Tuesday night.
Well, the more you see Kenny Anderson, the more you like what you see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question about that.
After his first year, you thought the Nets would have made a
horrible mistake.
A huge mistake.
And it's, you know, the same thing's being said about the 76ers this year with Sean Bradley. Oh, my gosh, they're saying up in Philly, why in the world did the 76ers take this guy? Well, give it some time. For goodness sake.
Well, 2 huge free throws for Shaquille. Big message delivered to the Nets. You can put me on the line, and I'm going to make the free throws. And I think you'll see the Nets continue to do that instead of giving up.
Morris shot it short, but he got his own rebound.
Giving up a dunk to Shaquille. Morris quick around the basket.
He has 10. Shaq 8 out of 12 at the line in this game so far. They're going to go at him again. Hardaway spins. Shaquille hooks and hits. 28 for O'Neal. 28 for Hardaway. 56 of the 104 Magic points. By those 2 players, the Magic bench has 17 total tonight. Royal plays Benjamin. O'Neal is playing Coleman. Interesting matchup there.
Well, I think that's one that the Magic will win.
Newman shreds the Nets.
Big shot right there. I mean, Benjamin, of course, if he can stay down on the low post, he will be able to use Donald Royal up, but Donald's very quick. He'll make it tough for Benjamin.
Through 8 minutes, Anderson catches, he's stripped. And it's out of bounds off Orlando. Let me ask you something, Goose, about Johnny Newman. He's got to feel like he's gone from the penthouse to the outhouse as far as Charlotte, New Jersey are concerned. That's not a knock on the Nets at all, but the Charlotte organization has such a good thing going. You were never traded in your career, but that's something I guess a player could never really be fully prepared for, can he?
Well, yeah, I think so. Johnny Newman has to just continue to look and try to find positives there. And Shaq with 5 personal fouls. Picked up. And Coleman knew he was in trouble, brought the ball right to him, and there it is.
Aaron Coleman at the line, shooting 2.
Coleman shoots 2, 7:40 left. Greg Kite's going to get up here and check in.
Yeah, a little too much time left to leave Shaq on the floor. And the Magic will try to ride this little lead they have here and try to keep it at 10 for about 2 minutes. And then they'll bring Shaq back.
One of 2.
Yeah, that helps right there. A basket here would help a whole bunch.
The lead is 11.
the fact that Nick continues to go right at him. Not been one of Nick's better games, but give him a lot of credit. Stayed right with it there to draw the foul.
Another question for you as a former player. Sometimes you can fall into a groove where you settle for shooting jump shots. Nick hasn't had the shot falling from the outside lately. Now he's changing up the defense by taking it to the hole. All these teams scout the Magic and see what they do.
Yeah, Nick's a pro. He understands the adjustments that he has to make in his game from time to time during the course of the season. And right now, if the shot's not going from the outside, he has to get to the basket, get to the free throw line. He did that time.
Coleman against Kites. 2 pump fakes.
Well, that's just nice defense. That's a big-time shot. I mean, a big-time shot by Coleman, but Greg played him very well.
Coleman has 27. 36 is his season high. Anthony Hardaway hounded by Johnny Newman, who picks his pocket. And Hardaway then commits the foul. That's his 4th. Hardaway's played very well tonight. 28 points. Season high, career high, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, but 6 turnovers. And now 4 personal fouls. The penalty is in effect. I would say that's a foul.
I think so.
Again, we want to thank our good friend Vanessa for bringing us our chocolate-covered potato chips.
First time I've seen those.
They're pretty good. Pretty good. Christy Miller on stagehand here has eaten about half the box. But that's okay. That's what they're there for. Royal put it on the floor and lost it. Oh boy. 10-point game. New Jersey can get below a big psychological barrier here with a bucket.
Well, the basket here, and you can see Shaq back in there.
Anderson got his own miss. Coleman thought about the 3. Newman hard drive. Hardaway the foul, and they'll count the basket. 5th foul on Hardaway. We might have a 7-point game if Newman can convert.
Well, I know Brian would like to get down to the 5-minute mark before he brings Shaquille back. And he is really thinking about making the move. This is the closest they've been since 22-17, the first period.
So Newman converts it. 7-point game, folks. 107-100. Remember, the Magic led by 20-plus points.
23, I think.
Styles fouled and will go to the line. Kenny Anderson, I believe, picks up number 2.
Number 7, Kenny Anderson.
That is the call. Well, they won't give him the shots. The contact occurred on the dribble.
There's the foul right there as he tried to get Skiles going towards the side instead of to the basket.
Halfway through the 4th quarter.
A basket here, Chip, will just give Shaq that time that he needs. Actually, the Magic as a team that time.
Anderson dribbles around 1, around 2, and hits beautiful.
Nice move, Nick. This is a time for Nick to take over here. And Nick will be coming. Excuse me, Shaq will be coming.
Kenny Anderson tries to create. Tap in by Morris.
Man.
They're starting to get to the boards now with some frightening regularity, and their bench, Jack, is really heating up. 39 New Jersey bench points in this game. Pick and roll with Royal. He'll challenge. He'll lay it up. Offensive foul. Ed Rush made the call. 2nd foul on Royal. It goes as a turnover. Shaq is back. 109-102.
You'll see Donald coming in, and of course this is Donald's game, and give Coleman a lot of credit. The only problem is the Magic thought he was just a little bit too far under the basket when the contact was made. Nets with 10 offensive rebounds here in the second half. The Magic with 8. 20 points off of those 10. Now Coleman's going to try to go at Shaquille. He's going to have to play smart basketball.
Long rebound. No one ran after it. Johnny Newman got it. Hardaway almost stole it. That would have been a huge play. Anderson trying a between the leg dribble. Now ball on the floor. Anderson steals it and a jump ball. Oh, a quick whistle.
I don't think Kenny Anderson ever got a hand on the ball. I mean, I don't know that he ever had possession of the basketball. Now, maybe the reason this was called is because of the fact that this game has gotten very physical. Now, see, he never has the ball, but the game has gotten very physical, and the officials want to just make sure that it doesn't get out of control.
Long run out. Shaquille to Skiles. Morris can't catch it.
The Magic get to 2 anyway and give Shaq the assist.
Big play there. 111-102. Timeout, New Jersey. Chuck Daly looks like he's seen the ghost of Christmas past. 111-102. We'll be back. But give New Jersey some credit. They have fought back from a big 20-plus point deficit in the second half and now trail by just 9. And they have the ball with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this game.
The Magic have, for the time being, beaten down this little run by New Jersey.
I'd love to get Shaquille out of the game.
Yeah, they're not through yet. Surprised Coleman that far away from the basket with Shaq having 5 personal.
Newman ran over Hardaway. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul, number 22.
And Chuck Daly can only laugh. I mean, he can only laugh.
Well, neither side has really seen eye to eye with this crew of Monty McCutcheon, Eddie Rush, and David Jones here at the arena. O'Neal catches. Anderson beats 2 men, lays it in. No weak side defense by Chris Morris there.
I tell you what, Chip, you just have to give Shaq a whole bunch of credit how he's handling the pressure, the double team.
How many turnovers does O'Neal have in the game tonight? Coyle got it back. That won't go. Tap no. O'Neal no turnovers tonight, Jack, as much as he's handled the ball.
Yeah, you have to give him a bunch of credit.
Coleman dribbled it out of bounds.
He's not supposed to have it right there in traffic anyway. I mean, he's good. But it's a tough position for him to have the ball, especially when you have a ball handler like a Kenny Anderson.
Turnaround jump shot.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's got to terrify a lot of centers. Look at Tree Rollins and Bob Hill on the Magic bench.
Well, because that's Tree's job, to get him thinking more on the offense, thinking about more ways to score. And they love that.
Oh, Hardaway a deflection. Look at Tree Rollins again. After Shaq hit that turnaround jumper, Tree just punched the air with his fist.
Yeah, that's his job. He just wants Shaq to think about all the ways that he can score, and that's one right there, that fall-away jumper.
That's called timeout. 3:12 left. Magic have dodged a big bullet. We'll be back.
Here's that jump hook. Actually, the turnaround jumper by Shaquille falling away. Boy, he makes that shot right there, and you're right. Opposing teams just have to shake their head and wonder how we're going to stop this guy. You remember that jump ball situation with Nick Anderson and Kenny Anderson on the floor?
Yes.
Since that time, the Nets have committed 4 straight turnovers.
That's not too good.
No, that play works in favor of the Magic after all. Of course, Scott Skiles got the run out of the basket after Shaquille made the nice assist.
Anderson missed it. Brown missed the rebound try. 3 minutes to play in the game. My dad was in town and watched the game on television, and he is not easily impressed. And he was just awed by Shaquille's play against the Lakers. Skiles steals it on the other end. Ahead to O'Neal. He'll catch it. He matches his jersey number with another hoop.
Well, I know P.J. Brown for just a fraction of a second thought about going after that one. But he gathered his senses and said, no, thank you.
No, rebound O'Neal. 15 boards, and this one a little bit too far for Don Royal to catch up to.
New Jersey substitution.
Net substitute David Wesley for Kenny Anderson. Anderson leaves with a terrific night's work for the Nets. He had 18 points and a handful of assists. 8 straight Magic points.
And 5 straight turnovers by New Jersey.
That's not good.
Nah.
Good for the Magic, but not good for them. Hardaway almost stole that. Now Gilliam with the left hand.
Armon Gilliam. 2
10 for the Hammer. We're at the 2-minute mark. 13-point Magic game.
Yeah, this is a good job by the Magic fighting off that run by New Jersey.
Royal penetrates, lays it up too strong, fights for his own rebound. Brown gets it. Rex Walters, the rookie out of Kansas, will check in as Newman hammers it home. 15 for Johnny Newman. 1:42 to go. Hardaway against Edwards. Ball deflected to Skiles. Now 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Hardaway. Oh, almost went. What a great effort to beat the shot clock. And a lay-in for David Wesley.
David Wesley.
1:11 to go. 117-108. Hardaway beats Edwards badly, lays it up and in, and a foul.
Yep.
Well, I think we found our star of the game tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Penny has regained his confidence and makes a big play after turning the ball over a time or two. What a great start this guy got off to in this ball game. Played extremely well early and finishing it out the same way.
17 of those 30 in the first quarter. It's a career high in points for Penny Hardaway. He's our star of the game, brought to you by Great Western's family of companies, $38 billion strong. And he converts the three-point play. I tell you what, with every game, this young man gets more and more confident. Skiles almost stole it from Wesley. 120-108. We are under a minute. Wesley slips, slides, Brown dunks.
P.J. Brown.
8 for Brown. The Magic go to 8-3 at home. They were 13-10 coming in. They were 13-10 at this point last year. They're now 14-10 and take that record at Christmas night into the Chicago Stadium, take on the Chicago Bulls. They are without Michael Jordan, but Scottie Pippen is back, and they are playing great basketball. Steve Kerr, the former Magic player, also playing some big minutes and very productive minutes for the Bulls.
And P.J. Brown, after he dunked the ball through the last time down, he ran down the floor and said to Shaquille, "That's the way you dunk a ball." And Shaquille looked at him after that one, just gave him the eye and said, "I can do it too, young man."
122-112. The Magic have this one won. That'll be your final score. Magic hammer the Nets. They're 2-0 against New Jersey. They've won the last 4 meetings. And the Magic give themselves the early Christmas present and head to Chicago on a high note.